I sent some. I didn't tell you to download it though, but I should have.
What?
Yeah, it's in your inbox.
Oh, I need you now.
The black ring.
You need to cooperate with the production department a little earlier.
Sorry. Sorry.
What is it?
Should be the last thing that I sent you.
On Instagram.
No, in the inbox. Inbox messenger.
We all live.
Hey y'all, hey everybody, how are y'all? Hey y'all, hey. Okay. Uh-oh. Happy Monday, happy Monday. Come on in, come on in. It's the Caravan of Dreams, the redo. Y'all know what it is. It's Monday, it's 8 something. Look, we're a little early today, right? Y'all make sure you like and share, like and share. Tell somebody that the Caravan of Dreams is on. All right. Ay, ay, ay. Hello, hello. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. It's the Caravan of Dreams, the redo. You know what it is. It's Monday. It's 8 something. And we're going to talk about this stuff that happened this weekend. Hey, Vanessa. So I know everybody saw what happened, and let's discuss it because a lot of controversy behind it, of course. Um, Seems like there's always going to be some controversy if Trump is involved. There you go. So, yeah, so we're going to discuss it. Y'all make sure you like and share. Tell somebody that the Caravan of Dreams is on. All right. Yeah, share it to your groups if you have some groups out there that you might be a part of or that you maybe are admin to. Go ahead and share this thing out for us. Ooh. Hey y'all. So, first thing that I want to say is if you has anybody talked to their family that maybe lives in Houston, because apparently the Hurricane Beryl was really kind of did a number on some of the locations out there or whatever. So still getting wow, man. Praying for the people in the Houston and surrounding areas. I saw where that maybe looks like I don't know if Hurricane Beryl was causing some other things like maybe some tornadic atmosphere around there as well. So well, it was in kind of down Houston way. So we can't do nothing. Look, I already know you're not gonna go to Crowley, let alone me trying to drive to Houston. So hey everybody, we appreciate y'all for joining us. Uh, so there was something that you wanted. Did you get that downloaded already?
No.
Oh, well, I mean, I didn't know.
I'm gonna get it down there. This show an hour long. You just told me like
I know, I know. Well, I was just asking if you did because
that's what happened when the guests did not collaborate with the production team.
the guests, what the heck? Listen, you don't even want to talk about it till it's time. So just I've been sending it to you like days ago. Oh gosh. Anyway. All right. Hey y'all. Hey everybody. So listen, first thing, let's start here. So hey Jamie. Um so let's start here. Um so this weekend, I was that when was the Trump rally? Was that Saturday? Saturday. So this weekend, did y'all see the whole Trump rally situation or whatever? A lot of people were talking about it was fake news and so much being said about it. And so first of all, I don't know if anybody saw it. I hope you did. But I kind of agreed with Amanda Seals, who she's, always very controversial in her thoughts or whatever. But Amanda Seals is saying, and I felt the same way, that this was orchestrated by the MAGA side because, first of all, um, some years ago, somebody was at a Trump rally and they pulled out a gun, right? Or they had a gun. Like he didn't point it or nothing. The person had a gun. And so the Secret Service went and grabbed him and grabbed Trump and kept him down and took him off the stage or whatever. And it was like, you know, we weren't gonna take no chances. So in this situation, if first of all, there's a video where somebody behind the scenes they're like, "Hey, look, there's a guy over there on top of the roof. He's looks like he's, so they trying to get the attention of the authorities, like, hey, somebody's up there, and they just like, they okay, and what y'all telling us for? That's how it was. And so you could see the guy on the roof, like he's, you know, positioning himself or whatever the case may be. And, minutes later, the guy starts shooting. Okay, well, look, the people tried to tell y'all that the dude was up there and nobody was, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't paying no attention. Now, there's another video, like there's different angles or whatever what happened, so you could see there's somebody back behind him. This lady, when they start shooting, it's like pow 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 pow, and she like, and she pulled her phone out and she just sitting up like, okay, what's the problem? um so it was looked very, very orchestrated. Now, if somebody that is not being sought after, the guy, nobody was paying any attention to the guy, the shooter, right? He's up on top of the roof. Nobody's pursuing him, after him. Now, if you get a shooter and this man got what do they call the thing that they look into, the eye thing, so he can aim correctly at his target, right? And how did he just shoot his ear? Okay. Nobody was pursuing you. Nobody was after you. Nobody was pointing a gun at you. Nothing. Why did you only get his ear, sir? Yeah, because that was intentional. That was intentional. So, like Amanda Seals was saying, that this has been done in other countries. They try to make themselves, look like, oh my God, the people are after me, and y'all got to feel sorry for me. So, and what's happening is the MAGA people are like, talking about, oh, it's Biden. Somebody said it's Obama. Like, huh? So yeah, crazy, crazy. What are your thoughts on it?
I don't care.
No, he don't care.
I mean, it's not gonna sway my vote, but I mean, I guess if a rapper can go to jail, I mean, if a rapper can get shot and sell platinum albums, then I guess the presidential candidate can get shot and
People
get
vote
votes.
for him. Yeah.
I don't know. If that's all it takes for people to vote, then shoot, we have doomed ourselves if we vote for somebody just because he got shot.
I mean, he felt like, I've been indicted or, arrested or in jail or whatever. So he felt like that made him identify with the blacks. So if you think
Oh,
that him,
so him getting shot would makes him identify with blacks?
right? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's black votes.
I guess.
He gonna get the same people that like 50 Cent. He been shot what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times.
Yeah. I don't know if we that gullible. It's our own fault.
Right. But it just seemed like somebody needs to speak up, say something, do something, because
speak up and say what?
I mean, I'm kind of okay. I was listening to what's his name, the guy that very controversial, Dr. Umar, and he was saying that yes, we are as black people, we we need to know that, what I'm saying, we just can't act like
what do we need to
Trump
know?
is, well, he's saying that like people, the game that Trump is trying to put on for the black people, it's working. They think that Trump is who identifies with them, when Trump don't even care nothing about no black people. But people don't realize that. They feel like, what they remember? The checks.
Oh.
And people think, hey, we're gonna get, some what were we getting? Stimulus. I think the last of the stimulus we got with Biden, right?
I don't remember.
You don't remember. But I mean, I think the fact that we want to, take things like that and to make, that be the reason why we'll vote for somebody or whatever. And then of course a lot of people just feel like, I'm just not gonna vote because I don't like neither one of them. But if you say that, if you're saying that, that means you're voting. So there's that.
I don't know. Man, Jamie, Say it again. Put it in caps. Neither one of them care about black people.
I mean, at the very end of the day, but here's the thing. The thing is that we have to take, and this is unfortunate. It
What?
is
The lesser of two
the
evils?
lesser of two evils. Because please, if you have not read Project 2025, please go take a look at it. Because Project 2025 will put some things into perspective for you. There's a lot of stuff in there that is not for us, that will set us back 100 years.
Do
A lot
you
of stuff.
do you feel like Biden will be able to stop Project 2025?
Project 2025 is something that they're putting in place for Trump to initiate.
I didn't ask that.
Huh?
I said, do you think that?
I personally, I think that, well, I hate to say this. I don't know that Biden has the mental capacity for 4 years.
Do you, well, because Project 2025, I think it could be implemented without Trump. It could be implemented with Biden in office. Because it's got to go through the Congress, got to go through the House of Representatives, got to go through the House, got to go through the Senate. Those are the ones who pass the stuff. So,
But understand though that these people, okay, think about how Trump got the people that he wanted to put on the Supreme Court, judges he wanted to place here, in different.
they're already there.
I know. I'm saying
The thing about,
exactly. How did that happen?
to me, the thing about Project 2025 is if they're going to implement it, we found out too late. Because when you talk about putting all of Trump's people in place in order for this thing to pass, he's already done that, right?
Well, I mean, right, they're already
They're
there,
already in
but
place.
no, I said that to say that you said he got to go through Congress, he got to go through the Senate, but look what he,
Right.
how was
And
he
that's
able
what
to
I'm,
do the things that he did do?
well, and that's what I'm saying. As far as that goes, even if he was on board with it, Trump is not a dummy. He's a very strategic dude.
And Project 2025 will take away some of the.
I get it. But I don't even think they will let us know about it until they already got it in place. They done already laid the groundwork for it. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. I don't think it matters if Biden or Trump is in place.
I disagree.
I mean, okay.
But yeah, okay.
As far as Trump now, it might get done quicker with Trump in place. But if they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it. It don't matter who the president.
But like you said, so then essentially we need to make sure that we pick the right people.
It's too late for picking the right people. It's too late for picking the 2025 is next year.
Right. So, but most of them are coming up for election.
When? This year?
Yes.
No, they're already in place. They're gonna be in election with the presidential election. What you say?
The Senate, a lot of those Senate offices and representatives, House of Representatives are going to be up for election.
If this thing is true, what I need for people to do, people like yourself, is to make sure that people know who the candidates are that are being replaced or being voted for. I mean, don't get mad at me. I'm just saying.
Get mad at you. I'm just saying. You saying
because
people need to know.
The people do need to know.
People need to know. You need to know who you need to vote for in your local elections.
And if you're going to inform them, don't inform them. Just on the lower level. Like inform them all the way through.
That's how it's happening right now. A lot of people are not paying attention to the fact that a lot of these Senate offices and representatives are coming up. Well, listen, people are not paying attention to that. What they're doing is paying attention to the president only. And see, so a lot of them people are going to sneak by. They're going to do a party ticket. Boom. And
not if you guys want to do with it. Not if you guys want to do with it. The same way you inform people right now.
Okay.
Give them the specifics.
Well, this is my informing.
No, this is just that's surface level information.
Well,
that's surface level information. You gotta let them know who those people are, so when they go in there and they look at the ballot, that they can know, okay, you know what? I'm not fooling with this person right here.
Right.
And the thing about it is, I don't think it's just a conservative or Republican type of thing. Like I said, man, I'm with Kanye back in the day when he said America doesn't like black people. That's it right there. That's it
So then,
right
what are
there.
we supposed to do as a people? What are we supposed to do?
The only thing we got left to do, I don't want to say it on here. I don't want to start no mess, but um, from a political standpoint, it's too late to try to put people in place on the national level. We got a few people in place on the national level, a few. I don't know what kind of difference they can make. Only thing you can do is get involved. I mean, you talking about and getting involved in your community and things like that. It's ground level type stuff, which is stuff that hardly any of us do.
Right.
So, um,
Well, read Jamie's responses.
neither one of them care about black people. If we choose the lesser of two evils, how does it benefit black people? If you choose the lesser of two evils, how does it benefit black people?
Well, now, so in my opinion, at least with Biden and what I when I said that I don't know that he has the mental capacity, which means that Kamala would take over. So that's the hope. I think that's kind of what she hoping to. Now, that's just my opinion, because I mean, it just seems like I don't know what's going on with him. I know, he's older or whatever, but now there are people that around him that say, listen, he had a bad debate. Don't let that fool y'all, because Biden is still, his mind is still sharp or whatever. But I do think that at least, you know, Kamala is in his ear, or, she can say, listen, now, President, now, Biden, whatever she called him, that she can have, at least some kind of influence. This is, what we would hope. So there's that.
I think you got a part of America that doesn't want a black woman to be president.
Oh, I'm sure of that. I'm sure of that. And I feel like that right there is a thing. Um, but that's where people are hoping, or, as far as the Democratic Party is hoping, that has weight. That Kamala being, his vice president holds some weight.
That Kamala being vice president would hold some weight.
That it would hold some weight as far as votes or whatever. That that would help the people.
Kevin said Project 2025 has been around for years. It's not new. He said it's just a book of ideas and brainstorming. Clyde said Biden won't survive another 4 years.
So, Clyde, what does that mean as far as your vote? Or, as far as if you feel like that's going to be a thing, then who do you vote for? So, I don't know. I just, to me, I would hope that whenever the next debate is, that he show us really who he is, and that they get on, whatever the vitamins or whatever they got to give him. I don't know. That's gonna make him look sharper.
Clyde said he ain't voting for president.
Uh oh. So you voting for Trump? Okay.
There ain't no options out of the two.
Wow. Well, I mean, I believe that it's a lot of people that feel that way. So there's that.
Say he voting local though.
Yeah. Yeah, there's that.
I don't agree with the whole not voting situation, but I don't know. I just me myself. I'm gonna vote. It's hard to vote because I don't agree with either one of them. I'm not in total agreement with either one of them. So no, it's rough.
It is indeed.
It's rough. I just the whole Project 2025. First of all, I feel like um, fear is lucrative. Fear makes money, and I think that's what they're using Project 2025 for. I think they're just using that. It's a tactic. There's going to be some money involved, of course, for the upper class, not for us. We don't want to get the money sucked up out of us, but it's money for the upper class. Um, I don't think it's as simple as Trump going off as 2025 get passed. It's That's 900 pages of stuff that
Yes.
I don't feel like it's just gonna get implemented. Be like 2025, boom, 900 pages of stuff gonna get implemented. I don't see it. I don't see it.
Well, I mean, and we hope that that's the case. I will say this. I believe that, in listening to the things that are on this project 2025 will set us back 100
It will set
years.
you
It
back, but
will set us back.
it
And
has to get implemented though. There are so many books and writings that are similar to Project 2025, and like James said, it's a lot of it is mostly brainstorming, and if it can scare you if you let it. But those things they got to get implemented, and it's not. It don't just go in with the president. It's not like it just come in his back pocket and get implemented just because the president get elected. I don't see that.
Mhm.
But let's say they hope we stay home and not vote. I mean, why we can't just get some better options, man? Why we can't do that? Why we can't get better options for who to vote for? You know, pick the lesser of two evils. I mean, that's not a lot. That's not very hopeful. Like, that's not a hopeful situation. Lesser of two evils. I mean, maybe if we named it or came up with a better gimmick or something, but that's not gonna get people to vote. That's not gonna get people to vote. Lesser of two evils, especially when you're talking about black folks in America. So you're talking about putting the evil in office either way. We gotta come up with a better gimmick than that. We gotta come up with something to give us more hope than that. That sounds pretty hopeless. And on the surface, you know, yeah, I can see why people would not vote. Lesser of two evils. Who the hell want evil in office? Like, I don't, man, look, a lot of these people are just trying to take her home, trying to provide for themselves, and evil gonna be at the top either way. That's the way they see it. So I don't know. Let's try to rename that. Let's try to come up with something other than lesser of two evils. That ain't it. My mama said I'm gonna take my chances and vote for Biden because I don't want Trump in office with his African American white culture hating self in office with that much power.
Mhm.
Big Rip, what's going on with you, buddy? He said Supreme say 2025 ain't gonna bother us. I gotta go check it out. In case you didn't know, that Supreme Rise is a very opinionated person on the internet. I think he's under the name Rich Ross right now.
Mm.
So he got a lot to say, and it's entertaining to say the least. Well, I'm gonna say Trump hates non-whites. I think he hates broke people. I think he hates anybody who don't have a whole lot of money. I think it's about money with Trump. And just a lot of black people fall up under that category. But I think if you got money, you could probably at least get in the room with it. How do you feel about immigration regarding the Democratic Party and the belief that immigrants are replacing blacks in the employment field? Mm.
First of all, I'm gonna say on this. So, you know, the thing about the immigrants coming over and taking jobs, a lot of those jobs we weren't trying to work them jobs anyway, because if we were, then we would have had them, right? Like, I just feel like the jobs that black people want, even though Trump said Thomas some taking black jobs, the jobs that black people actually want to work, they already trying to do that. I don't These construction jobs and stuff like that, it's black people that want to work them do, but the things that they're coming and doing and for a little bit of pay, then black people don't want them jobs anyway. I just don't think it's a takeover situation. Now, I now I'm not trying to do those jobs, whatever they are. So, I could be, just, but that is my opinion. I just think that them jobs been here. And the people that want to work them, they working them. So
Clyde said that Project 2025 crap is a Republican and Democrat agenda.
I listened to Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Crockett, that's not what she's saying as far as the Democratic Party. She is telling people, listen, y'all need to be aware of what's going on. Don't not go vote for Biden, is what she's saying. I really like Jasmine Crockett. She's young, she's innovative, she's somebody that's really out here trying to be for the people. She comes from, I think, Dallas and whatever our DFW area. And she's smart, intelligent girl, and you know I believe she's saying some real stuff. And she's saying, y'all need to go look at that Project 2025. And she is saying that is a Republican agenda. It is not Democratic. One of the things that I heard on there, they're trying to take away just words of inclusion, things that say, diverse, or, what I'm saying, things that will identify, that will help somebody, like, black people. You will no longer get a job just because. Now let's just face it. What do they call that when you get jobs because you're black, because they need a black person?
Well, affirmative action.
So there was none of that, right? Another thing, he wants to take away. I'm saying Trump. Okay, Project 2025 says that all of the civil service jobs, those people will lose their jobs. No more civil service people. He will place people in those positions. They're not going to be just jobs for regular people anymore. So civil service jobs will go away. Trump will place people in those. I'm saying Trump. The Republicans will place people in those positions. Um, a lot of black people got civil service jobs. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to do a lot of stuff that's gonna hurt black people. And like I said, I'm going by what Jasmine Crockett, who's on our side. I believe she's fighting for the Democrats, and she's saying that is a whole Republican agenda. It is not Democratic. So there's that. You want to read some lighter comments?
Clyde said, "Don't matter. That's been their agenda since the foundation of America." Rip said, "Jamie Foxx for president." Clyde said, "Eric B for president."
Where?
Rip said, "That's better." Bennett said his running is my mama said his running mate is an ass kisser. Who was his running mate? Did he just pick him? Who was Trump's running mate?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, said housekeeper job, construction jobs. He said we don't want them. He said Jasmine is outspoken. I love her. Clyde said he voted for Dean Manuscript for president. And
oh my gosh.
Rip said, "I'm gonna be honest, nigga, I steal."
Oh my gosh.
Jamie said, "Why do we trust politicians so much?" Clyde said he glad he got a white job. JD Vance. Who is JD Vance?
That's who his running mate is, I guess.
I know. I'm
Oh,
just
you
saying.
know who it is?
Yeah, I'm just saying outside of the name.
Oh,
who is JD Vance?
Oh, okay. Well, whew. Yeah. Were you looking up some of the Project 2025 stuff?
No.
Oh.
I ain't studying about the project. I'm looking up some of the immigration stuff.
Oh.
Because you got Democrats to split on that whole immigration situation. But I ain't gonna even lie to you. I haven't been involved in politics as I have been in years past. Because for me, it's ground level. The more you dig, into politics, the more grave the situation start looking.
Well, you know what? Even on the local level, if that's kind of where you're going, it seems like you think somebody is, for you, with your, you know, like we're gonna help y'all, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. But then listen, if they do happen to get in, then let somebody come and say, hey, here's this money, and this is what we need you to do. Then whatever it is that's gonna sway their vote, to whatever, that agenda was anyway. It's like the money is, I think, in every situation, the money, the power. Wherever the money is, that's where the power is. If you got the most money to get the most, people out of this election to come and, whatever, that's where it is. And the people, when they get in office, can they stay as humble and, you know, honest once they get in office? Because you see people change once they do. It seems like, man, that wasn't what you want. You're not the same person that we voted for 4 years ago, 2 years ago, whatever.
Politics is a chess match, and what we see on the surface level is like somebody who don't play chess sitting up watching a chess match. And on a chess match, you got the black piece, you got the white pieces. And if you don't understand the chess match, a lot of times you looking at the chess board and you say, okay, this person got more pieces on the board than this person over here, so they win. But it's a whole strategy to it, that we don't understand. Even in politics, it's a whole strategy as far as moving, with politicians. It's a chess match. And it's a lot of us don't have time to be trying to decipher what the heck is going on politically, whether it's on a national level or on a city level. It take work. We don't even want to help our kids with our homework in our own house, let alone try to decipher and understand politics. So, you know, I have some politician friends, and I don't, I don't have nothing against them. They're trying to do what they're trying to do. You know, some people I agree with on some topics, and some people I don't agree with on some topics. Hey, it's a chess match. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a chess match. But as I said, I agree. Mind blowing. Sam, Jamie said in politics you have to follow the money. That's when decisions are made in favor of the money supplier. This is true.
Mm-hmm.
This is true.
Yeah.
Integrity in politics is questionable. It's questionable.
Right.
And for me, that goes for a lot of politicians. The majority of them. Even your favorite ones.
Mm-hmm.
It's a money game.
Yeah. I know for me, so the state level is really what I'm most concerned with, I would say, because I want politicians in the state level that's going to vote for policies that will, affect people who, like myself, have family that, in the criminal justice system. Now, what I came to realize is that if you don't have somebody in your family, if it has not affected you, pretty much you don't care. You know what I'm saying? You can sit out here and him and her and act like in front of the people that you do, but at the end of the day, it don't really bother you, because I see for years I've been watching certain laws and things like that get created, and it's like, hey, we might have a chance, and it goes here, it goes to this department, and they will table it here, or it stays on the floor, or they never vote on it, or if it does move, it'll move one more time and go here, and then they like, we don't like that, go back and change this and that. And so the people that have to make the moves, when it's not benefiting them, or when they don't see, like, well, is this going to benefit me? Is this going to help me get reelected or whatever? Then they don't care. It just stays, right on the floor. I will say that a couple of state senators, I emailed them, and I messaged them personally, and I let them know that I was very disappointed in their performance. The fact that we put you in office, and you go there, you act like you're gonna do something, you didn't do it. And so, yeah, my email was not nice, and so, I don't know that that's going to deter them. They probably have an assistant that reading like, we don't care about this. So, but I do make it known how I feel about that, and so that's important to me. And what I realize is that, you know one year, Beto O'Rourke was running for governor, and I went to one of his rallies, and I'm like, let me see what he's talking about, because I need to know. But for whatever reason, Governor, what is our governor's name? Abbott has a hold on the state of Texas. Like, it is like he can do no wrong. They said he was somewhere in the Bahamas or somewhere across the waters in another somewhere else when Burl happened, and he didn't do nothing about these people with no electricity or nothing. But you think that's going to help or affect anything about him being governor? I doubt it. I doubt it. So, anyway, that's my soapbox.
Unless your letter was sent with a 5 to 6 figure contribution, yeah, it didn't make it past the assistant.
Probably not.
It
Probably
didn't
not.
make it past
I
the
just need to
assistant.
state, how I felt. I just needed her to know, like, because she's a
No,
local girl, and
no.
I just hope that she
You
saw it.
just
That's
you
all.
just wanted to feel better. That's basically what it's for. It's
I
just so you can
mean,
feel better.
maybe that's what it
Because
was.
as far as her knowing, it's gonna be rough. You have to get in the room with her,
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
order to be able to voice it.
Right.
Um, yeah, email went to the assistant, and then
They probably
to
just threw it away or
yeah,
to the trash
go
file. Yeah. I get it.
the politics situation, and even on a local level, what I've observed with on a local level, you got to establish a relationship with them in order for them to even listen to you. Yeah, they might act like they listen to you, yeah, but and even on a local level, they might even shake your hand and smile at you. But you gotta establish some type of a relationship with them in order for them to even validate what's coming out your mouth.
Right. Right. Right.
That's just what that is. As far as Abbott is for the money. I mean, which most politicians are. We've already established that.
Right. Because we thought it would have made some difference when all those kids got killed. What was that?
Who
A couple years ago?
who thought?
Those of us who were looking at watching the race, we thought that it was going to make a difference. The fact that he didn't do what he was supposed to do, he was not on it. And then he went to a national, was it an NRA convention right after? Like, wow. And he still won. Like, what is going on here?
I mean, first of all, the voters in Texas are for the NRA.
Clearly.
The voters in Texas are.
Clearly.
The voters, and this is just people who vote, people who are active, not only in presidential voting, state voting, local voting, the whole 9 yards. We sitting, I'm gonna just be honest, where we live, we sitting in the middle of a whole lot of people who vote against what we're for. We sit in a neighborhood with NRA activists. We sit in the neighborhood with conservatives. We sit in the neighborhood of people who will vote for Trump and Abbott. Not because Trump is better or smarter or anything like that, but they go the Republican route because it benefits them, financially. So it just is what it is. Abbott, he caters to, you know, the
The
people
people
who are
who
active.
right lining his pockets.
Right. Well, I mean, also those people who are lining his pockets are active in some shape, form, or fashion, active and informed about what's going on in their community, in their area, in their state.
Yeah.
We're more informed. Just keep it real. We're more informed about Instagram.
Mhm.
Well, that's what we're. That's what, that's our
Whereas
information.
you saying as a people?
Yeah,
Oh,
Instagram, Facebook, uh, Twitter, Snapchat. Matter of fact, if the information don't come down through there, we probably ain't gonna get it.
wow.
Let's just keep it real. Let's just be honest about the whole situation. Um, say your daughter said Texas is a non-voting state, not a Republican or even Governor Abbott state.
Hmm. I mean, the votes be low, the numbers be low. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, they stay low.
Yeah,
They stay low.
really sucks.
Say, man, we be out here trying to survive.
I guess so. But I think for the most part, we do go vote.
Oh, that's two votes.
So there's our two from this house.
That's
So
two votes.
hey,
You got to
gotta start somewhere.
really, you do have to start somewhere, and start with two. Which you got to really have a real type of passion for the next generation. You can't just be thinking about next month, not even next year. You got to be thinking about the next generation when you start getting into, politics and stuff like that.
Hmm.
You really got to start, you got to have a passion for the next generation. A lot of us is just trying to pay a bill so we can make it to next month.
Right, right, right. That's true.
And
Indeed.
that's our primary focus. So
Right.
to be trying to delve into politics and looking into laws and bylaws and all this stuff, it's too much. It's
Yeah.
overwhelming.
Yeah.
You know, um, that's one good thing. Well, I'm not gonna say a good thing, but that's one thing in the past. People in the '60s, '70s, '50s, stuff like that. Times was rough, so they were able to put more stuff into perspective.
Right.
We've now developed a comfort zone now to where shoot, okay, we're good.
Yeah. That's true.
Mama said she voted and will vote again. Many of us will vote. It's a lot of us that'll vote.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But man, it's just like I said, it's time. Once you dive into that whole politics situation, man, it do get tiresome. It does bring a sense of hopelessness.
What do you think as far as would you like to run for an office
No,
at all?
no.
Okay.
Maybe a local type of situation.
Yeah. I mean, you start local.
Yeah, maybe a councilman type of situation, something like that. Um, I don't know. I know people, and I'd rather put them in office. I'd rather put them in office rather than myself. Political positions. To me, it put handcuffs on you as far as what you can do.
Mm.
If you really want to make change in the community, first thing you got to do is get out in the community, do
Right.
things that out in the community. And the city councilman, that's a fast track to do that. But especially as a business owner, if you're a business owner, it's not hard to really get involved and do things in the community. Take care of your community.
Right.
It's not that hard.
Right.
And
Right. Right.
Fort Worth, even though it's a growing city, at the heart of it, still have a small town mentality. It wouldn't be hard to make an impact.
Right.
It wouldn't be hard to make an impact at all.
Yeah. I
So,
will say this though. The one thing about man, when you run for office, then now you got to watch your name, man. You got to make sure that the stuff you doing, watch what you're doing now, because folks will be trying to put you on blast. And I'm saying, like, if you on blast and you're not in the political arena, then nobody paying attention really to that. I mean, the Facebook people might be whatever, but then when people put you on blast and you hold a political office, now they like, this is what that person, it's like it's in all caps. So you got to really watch your, you know what I'm saying, watch your steps, watch what you're doing, do, you know what I'm saying. You got to, I'm just thinking about some stuff I've seen and I'm like, oh my God, like,
To me, you gotta.
wow.
To me, you gotta build a foundation. I think one thing that in our locally, as far as locally, I don't think a lot of politicians get involved in the in between time. Like they really get heavily involved when it's time to vote,
Right,
but don't necessarily be heavily
right,
involved in the in
right,
between time.
right. So it's like, do we see you in the meantime?
Right.
Yeah. Then when it's time to vote, it's like, hey, everybody, you on the dance floor, right? Oh shoot, that's councilman. Yeah. So
I mean, it's certain people that I see that are out
right,
and about,
right,
regardless of when it is, and not just because when you talk about the dance floor, I don't want nobody to get it twisted. I don't agree with Chris Nellis on everything,
Mhm.
but I'm just saying because that's the only one you really see out on the dance floor, and I don't want people to insinuate. I'm gonna go ahead and just throw his name out there, so
Wow.
people don't be saying, "Hey, she was talking about Chris Nellis." Say, not necessarily that dude.
Right.
I can't even lie. I see him make a lot of
He
moves
be out there.
in the community.
He be out there
Now,
often. Hmm.
as far as changing that um, food desert over on the south side, I ain't seen it yet. I would like to see that, but I haven't seen that yet. As far as us getting some healthy food over there on the south side, I think that was one of the things he was running on,
Mm-hmm.
and I would like to see. Hey, you know, I would like to see that happen.
Right.
And he might be working on some stuff. Who knows? But
Yeah. I
would,
mean, I'm sure it's a money
yeah,
issue, that
would love
they
to see that happen. Now, but
so
he make a lot of moves. He not just sitting behind a desk. He make a lot of moves on the south side. I
and
done
he be
seen
in the
him.
community. So
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
ain't gonna
saying.
say,
I've
yeah.
seen him from rallies to community events to parties, just straight
Right.
up parties. I catch him
Right.
down. He'll be at West Jacks
Okay.
sometimes.
Okay.
So he be out there. I just shoot. I wish he would champion that food desert situation on the south side. I'd be real proud if he could figure out how to handle that
Right.
situation over there.
Right. Right. Right.
But like I said, I know some other folks um, that show up only when it's time, only when it's time to vote,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I I just wish we had more activity in the in between time.
Yeah.
That's that's all I really say about that. I wish we had more activity for more people in the in between time.
Right.
Cause we got what stop six over there now. Now we start to fill up the whole Southwest Crowley area over there, which we got a black councilman over there now, right? I believe.
Is it Miles? Did he win?
No,
In
Miles
one
not
of
a
his areas.
councilman.
Oh, oh, okay.
He not a councilman.
Who okay. Maybe we have to get somebody that's in that area.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember the dude now. I can see his face and everything. I just can't remember his name. I'm sorry, I'm 50. I only got old.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be it now. When we talk about the Stop Six area, I can't think of her name. I can look at her face. I can see her face right now. No, she ain't running
Who is that?
for Stop Six.
Uh-huh.
The
Is it
lady.
Gina?
Yeah, Gina
Oh,
Bivens.
oh, okay.
Gina Bivens. She ain't
She's
running.
not
She
running this
retired.
time, really.
We're gonna
Okay.
get a new city councilman in Stop
Oh,
Six
okay.
area.
Okay. So I wonder who's going for the stop six
That's
area.
gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
It's gonna be very interesting.
You want to jump in?
No,
Okay.
no, sure not. I vote out the South Side anyway.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, my address is out the South Side. So now,
Yeah, folks.
what it is,
Anyway.
it is.
All right.
Now, the people what people don't understand about the Stop Six area is it's not just Stop Six. It also involves the
I thought that covers us too, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It
Okay.
covers like the middle class and it's, way back there in the back, you got the upper class back there.
Because I do recall that Judge Woodard was saying to me, she was like, this is my y'all in my area. She's like, I'm gonna give y'all a sign for y'all yard. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. So it's not just, and a lot of people think it's just about Stop Six getting out and voting. All this area over here, all these middle class and upper middle class people over here, they voting. They ain't
Right.
playing no game.
Right. Is this redistricting? I wonder. Are we part of the redistricting
I
situation?
don't know if we part of the redistricting situation or not.
Well,
I
shout
can't
out
really say.
to Judge Woodard, who's going to be one of our sponsors for the Flies Fashion, Flies Couple Fashion Show. Anyway, I just thought I'd throw that in. So
Might
there's
as
that.
well. Might as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Especially if she sponsored it. Hey.
Yes. Okay. Exactly.
But hey, man,
Mm.
money and politics. But I ain't gonna talk about it. We ain't gonna go into that.
All right.
But yeah, that's gonna be interesting. That Stop Six. I've heard of some people. I talked to some people that as they ain't through there officially throwing their hat, name in the hat yet. But it's
That's
gonna
the
be
plan.
it's gonna
Okay.
be real interesting.
Very
It's
good.
gonna be very, very, very interesting. There's some stuff that I stuff that it's gonna be some new stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. So let's move on before we have to shut down here.
All right.
So listen, first of all, I'm a preface this with this, and then we're gonna talk about the table situation. So first of all, have y'all seen the show the pop the balloon thing where like either let's say there's a line of guys, the woman comes in, the guys are all standing there, about 8-10 guys or whatever, they're standing there with balloons, and the woman walks in, and then it's like, when they first see her, they can start popping balloon, pop pop pop, whatever.
You see a woman walk in? Which one are you watching? Because most of them I be saying see the dude walk in.
Oh, they do both.
Oh,
They
okay.
do both. And so it's either or. So it's either a group of men waiting for the woman or a group of women waiting for the man. So it's the whole balloon situation, right? And so then they get there, and then it's like, based on her looks, the men will start popping their balloons or not, right? And so now, it starts where whoever the little host is will ask a question, and be like, okay, so what do you do, and your name and age and blah blah blah. And so whoever either the man or the woman, whichever the situation is, they'll answer the question. Then based on that, based on their answers, based on their remarks, or what their profession is, or whatever the case may be, they the people still, they have the option to pop their balloon. Popping the balloon means I'm out, basically. It's like, oh, she come in, and I've seen where it's a group of guys, and the female walks in, and she's tiny, like little bitty, and all the guys, like, 8 out of 10 guys pop 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 pop, and they was like, yeah, she just a little thin for me, so and then I've seen where the guys will come in, and they'll be, they'll be like, well, I'm 40 and so, oh, but you got on, some young people, skinny jeans, and oh no, and then all the girls start popping their balloons, because he dressing like he 20 years old and he's 40. So it's that.
I'm with you, Clyde. Very
What
damaging for us as black people.
what is the balloon thing?
Yeah.
Now why do you say that?
I think a lot of it is superficial.
Okay.
Um, it's like a fast track dating situation.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm old school, and I just look at traditional dating, traditionally meeting people, out and about, whatever. Not necessarily going to a place and saying, "Hey, I'm trying to find me a date. Let me choose between these 10 people over here on this." It's entertaining. That's, and I think people should see it as that as entertainment.
Right. Right.
More than likely, most of us are not gonna meet our mate by going into a room with 10 chicks with a balloon, or or a man going into a room with 10 chicks with a balloon, or a woman going to a room with 10 dudes with a balloon, and they pop them, and then the one who don't pop is your soulmate.
Well, and so at the very end of the day, yes, it is very entertaining, I think. Sometimes I turn it off because I'd be like, I'm feel sorry for this person. But at the very end of the day, first thing now, if you think about it in real life, first thing is they looking at you, so it's appearance. Now,
Mhm.
is that not real?
That is real.
That is usually the thing that gets people started. It is, what I see. So it's like,
For
sometimes
I
they'll
think
be,
for well, yeah, I think both ways nowadays.
yeah,
It used to be.
right.
I think it used to be one sided as far as men, but
Hmm.
nowadays it's both. You
Right.
got to have a certain look about you. You got to be attracted to the eye.
Yes.
But once again, that's where to me interaction, helps out. When you actually meet a person, maybe you might get to meet them again. You might get to see them again. Maybe you might work with them at work or something like that, or see them out of, and you get to make that impression on them.
Hmm.
Like on a balloon pop show, that ain't it. So that's
Right.
what I say. It just don't.
Right. On the balloon popping show, you got to make it past the whole, in my opinion, you got to make it past the surface things.
I don't know what the name of the show is. I think it's a few of them out there. I don't think it's just one. I think it's
Right.
like a few of them. It's a concept that is starting to catch on. So people
Hmm.
riding this whole wave of it. I just, man, all I see it doing is creating a divide between men and women. That's what I see it doing. I
Well,
don't see.
I think it's like you said, it's very entertaining, and you know, but I think that it has some real life concepts in it. Now those who are not surface people, those who are not, it's not just about what you look like. Those people will keep their balloon. They'll be like, well, I don't really think about what or care about what somebody looks like. I need to get to know them inside. So there are those who actually do that. There are some of the guys who's like, I'm looking for a wife. It's like I'm not just trying to date anybody or whatever the case may be. So some of those people be, trying to make it work for them.
Man, that
So
stuff that'd be wild. It's crazy.
yeah,
I'm
but it.
just glad I'm married. I ain't got to deal
So
with that.
anyway, now I do want to mention that, but however, so there was a very I saw a couple of conversations on the FB that where they were saying something about what somebody brings to the table or whatever the case may be. I think you post something on that, or what was that, husband?
What? Oh no.
Yes, the bringing to the table
Bringing stuff to the
situation.
table.
Hmm.
Well, before we get to that, I'm gonna read this paragraph that Miss C just dropped on us. So I don't know. So I feel like we're in a new age and time. We definitely at. Technically, if you're out with your guys or girls and you're single and see someone you're attracted to or not attracted to, you're popping a balloon in your mind anyway. But it can come off as shallow, and you have to have strong skin, and it's definitely not for the weak.
See, popping a balloon in your mind.
Yeah, I mean, to me, that ain't too much there. That's
That
not
which is
new
what I
age.
said. It's still it's a surface thing, right?
Right. It's not new age and time as far as that goes. I guess you just popping your balloon out loud,
Right,
so maybe it
right,
might be a little bit
right. These are
embarrassing for
like
you.
these are my thoughts. Bloop, pop. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I just believe, which the internet is taking that away. I believe in physical interaction. Actually meeting a person, actually feeling their vibe, actually seeing a person once or twice. Um, look here, look at my situation. When I first met Chris, nigga, it was probably a pop the balloon type of situation. I wasn't ideal as far as what she wanted. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
It
Lord.
was we was buddies. I was just a CD man at first. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I was in a box. I had to get out this box at first, but that's why I believe in physical interaction because over time, I was able to, in a sense, win her over. When if it was a balloon popping situation, it would have been a pop balloon, and she's just move on to the next one. But with physical interaction, you know, hey, I'm old school. I'm gonna go back to the man. Conversation rules the nation. And once you can get in there and talk and politic your way in, it's no limits as far as what you could do. But yeah, I'm just pop the balloon is entertaining. It's cool and everything. It's cool to see, but man, I'm with real life. Even in a club situation, if you see a chick at the club or whatever, I've seen dudes do this. If they see that she at the club, they gonna try to make it back to the club, and hopefully they run into her again. You know, try to buy her a drink or whatever. You try to, and that's the physical interaction part. Try to win her over little by little, even if she say no, because I know some persistent dudes out there, and not necessarily offensive, persistent dudes, but just dudes who they gonna keep trying. Like, I'm gonna buy you a drink every time you come out in this one. One of these times you're gonna speak to me. Man, as a DJ, I've seen it done, and as a DJ, I've seen it. I'm not gonna say work because they ain't necessarily married, but they got the date or they got the conversation. So
Right.
I'm just, I just go with the physical interaction part, man. We go. Don't take a whole lot from the shows. Laugh, giggle, talk your stuff on the internet, but to me, it's still about physical interaction.
Right. Okay. So now,
Now we got on the. I want to
yes.
get to. Oh, that's such a great. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Um, Judge came in. He was talking about the fashion show thing, which I guess we'll get back to that. So now we're talking about the bring it to the table stuff. What you
Yes.
bring it to the table, which is basically the same thing as the daggone pop the balloon, because you coming in surface level and it's like boom right off the bat. What you bring it to the table?
Right. Now you were saying this is the soft guy era, right?
Yeah, it definitely to me it's
Sassy.
sassy.
Sassy men.
Uh huh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh huh.
So what do you say in regards to that? That why do you think that men today, these new age guys, are more sassy? And explain the sassy. What does that mean?
Sassy is, to me, is you more in tune to your feminine side, and everybody got a feminine side, so let's not trip on that. But you more in tune to it, and you more willing to express that feminine side, that sensitive side. I think in the past we kind of held that, put that on the back burner, put that in our back pocket. Whereas now you got the internet, so you get to voice that sensitive, uh, almost feminine type side.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Clyde say the sassy is they pants too tight. See,
Well.
man, I you know what? I've gotten into the tighter pants, not necessarily real tight. Some of my pants, it was just because I gained weight at the time,
Oh
or whatever.
gosh.
But fitted pants, I will wear some fitted pants. I think they do look better, especially if you got the right build. I ain't necessarily out of shape. I'm not built like a zero, so it's like if you got it, flaunt it. Why not? You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna wear no spandex type jeans, but I might wear something that's gonna complement my body build. And I'm just lucky to have a seamstress wife that'll let it out and take it in certain places, so we could even create the illusion that I'm built well. So like I said, if you got it, flaunt it. But yeah, sassy. Some of them, yeah, it's a bit too much. Jamie say sassy is acting with too much emotion instead of logic. I'm just gonna get back to the whole what was the thing, the what do you bring to the table?
Right.
Because I saw somebody post on there, and that's the sassy part, and it sounded so sassy to me when I read it. I just read it in a girl's voice. They say women do it,
Mm.
and it's like you don't do everything that women do. Women do their thing, we do our thing. Well, we don't do stuff that women do. You know what I'm saying? Women pleasure men. You gonna do it just because women do it? So it's like women got their place and we got our place. Let them have their place. Don't do it just because they do it.
Right.
'Cause there's a lot of stuff they do, and I ain't finna do it just because they do it. That's not a valid reason for me to do it. So, as far as what you bring to the table, I know some people I had actually posted some stuff on social media about that, and it was like, well, sit back and watch instead of asking. Sit back and watch. And my thing on it is whether we sit back and watch or we ask up front, we still want to know. At the end of the day, we still want to know. And I was saying that a guy shouldn't necessarily be shamed for asking, and a girl shouldn't necessarily be offended because they being asked. Like, especially if you in this whole balloon popping society right here, shoot. I guess you want to know up front, right?
I think that's part of the one of the questions in dating these days is what do you bring to the table? So, I guess at the end of the day, now I feel like that's always been a question, has it not?
I mean, that's why you get together. That's why you got to figure that out before you get married, right?
Right,
It's
right.
like, okay, they bring enough to the table to where,
Right. And maybe it used to be kind of unspoken. And you just, it's kind of like, so what do you do? And what, this, that, you have a conversation and it's like, you know what? I think that we could do this or we can get here or, something, but and maybe just not the words are being said as what do you bring to the table? But I mean, I don't know that it's a bad thing for men to say that. I don't know. And I think it is what it is. Now I saw where somebody was like, here's the thing. Now men can't expect ABCD because first of all, y'all not doing what grandpa and them did back in the day. So how y'all expect for the women to do what what when females did in the day? Back when grandpas, they used to like, look, just stay home, take care of the kids, and I'm gonna go out here and work and do everything, whatever. Well, this is a different time. Like, you almost cannot even expect that out of people. So
man, Grandpa be having 2 or 3 families across the city
then he
too.
does. Like some of them times we thought grandpa was working, he was not.
Like you stay at home while I go out and work.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of
Then
times
when I
Grandpa
get
was
off,
working on right. A lot of times
yes.
Grandpa was working on something else.
My God, he was at his other family, and then that's why when Grandpa passed away, then it'd be all these different people like, who are you? Who are you? They'd be the other family across town. So there's that. Yeah.
I what do you bring to the table? I don't know. Like I said, I'm an observant person. I ain't never. I don't think I ever asked you what do you bring to the table. You know, I think when you date a person, figure out what they bring to the table. You know, and you do have certain situations where you meet their representative, so you might not get to see exactly what they bring to the table off top. You might not see it. Obviously, some people don't see it till after they get married.
Right.
You know,
Right.
so
And let's talk about that. The representative, I believe that nobody, you'd never meet the original, the authentic person. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care who you are, what you say. You are going to put on your best foot. No, that don't make sense. You're gonna put your best foot forward, right? When you first start dating or whatever the case may be. So that might be something that you might not always do or whatever. So you're gonna present it as, look, I know this is what you want. So this is who I'm gonna be right now. And then you don't always learn, oh shoot, wait a minute. What happened to the person that did? Oh nah, I was just, just so I can get you. So
hey, and I think that's one reason why women don't like the what do you bring to the table, because that gives a dude the cheat code, and they can go ahead and conform right then and there. Like if that's discussed on the first date, then hey, I can see what you want, you know what I'm saying, what you bring to the table, what you want, what you're trying to get or whatever, and I can conform to that,
right.
right off the bat.
Right.
So
Right.
when you got a generation of women that have been scorned, women scorned, I'm gonna say, you know, they don't want to reveal to you necessarily what all they bring to the table and what all they're looking for right off the bat.
Right. I watched this show, um Dear Future Wifey. Dear Future Wifey. And so, sometimes, the guest will ask him, Latarius Whitfield, like, so what now really, Latarius, what are you looking for in a woman? He said, I never tell a woman what I'm looking for because I want her to be who she is. And I know what I'm looking for, but if I see that in her, then it's natural. So he's not going to sit up and say, listen, I'm looking for a woman who do this, 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 this. Because now, as a woman, you can be like, okay, I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. So I'm going to be all the things that you want, right? But that's not really me. So he said he never tells somebody. He don't, yeah, I'm not gonna tell you. And he not gonna ask you. Like, if I'm for you, then this is who I am. I'm gonna present this person to you. And if you know what I'm saying, if I'm who you want, I'm who you want. So that's just a little something for the people out there who's dating.
Judge said now that a loaf of bread is damn near $10.
Mhm.
He said, I mean, you got to bring something to the table so we can eat.
Well, there's that. Yeah. I mean, it's all, it's gotta be, you know what I'm saying, a collective thing. Like, I think, well, depends on your situation. If you know, a basketball player, then all you can just sit at home. Your wife can sit at home and just be a socialite. So there's that.
Damon said, I thought it was more of an observation than a question to be asked. In other words, sit back and watch and don't ask the question. More of an observation. Now, in the way that I move, I would agree with that. I think depending on what the guy brings to the table, they may be more inclined to ask, what do you bring to the table? And I ain't talking about just a regular old, 5-figure dude. I'm talking about a 6 more 7-figure dude. I can see them maybe asking, what are you bringing to the table? Because they probably already got the table and chairs that they want. It's like, okay, what you bring into this table is already set. I ain't talking about the regular old run of the mill dude, especially if you're making less than $100,000 a year. You're making less than $100,000 a year. Don't ask nobody what they bring to the table.
Right.
Because nowadays, $100,000, that ain't that sturdy of a table. It is a table, but it ain't that sturdy.
Right.
Nowadays, you got to be $500,000 of the shoe, $1 million in order to just say, I got this table here that's set, sturdy. What do you bring to it?
Right.
So, to me, if you worth less than $500,000, don't ask that question.
So now, as a married man, what advice do you have for single men who are, out here trying to search and find the one? What do you suggest?
What you mean advice?
What advice? How can you advise someone who might be out there and say, "Hey, Johnny, what do I need to do to, find?" And they looking for a wife. What do you suggest that they do?
First of all, you make that list. We all got that deal breakers list. Make a list. Put all your deal breakers on that list, and then burn it.
Right.
And then burn it, or make that list. To me, it's not necessary. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna say burn the list. I'm gonna say make that list, and when you meet that right person, some of that stuff on that list you gotta come off of. Some of that stuff on that list you gotta bend off of. Depending on who you with, because some of that stuff might be superficial. It might not have nothing to do with a lasting marriage. So it's some of that stuff on that list don't even matter. Everybody's entitled to their deal breakers. Of course, a lot of people have cheating as a deal breaker. I mean, that's a valid deal breaker. I ain't mad at you, hey. But it's some of that stuff. Some people have weight things. Stuff about weight on there. Come on, man. Or gotta have this figure. Gotta have long hair. Stuff like that. Man, a lot of that stuff can come off that list. A lot of that stuff can come off that list. So you gotta adjust your list. That's what I'm gonna say. You gotta adjust your deal breakers list. For me, that would be one of my first pieces of advice is to adjust that deal breaker. Be willing to adjust that deal breakers list. Because more than likely, whoever you getting with, if they're gonna get with you, they adjusting their deal breakers list too.
Right.
So a little compromise on both sides.
Now that right there, that word that you just said right there, that's the biggest word in the whole relationship history, in my opinion. You have to be someone who is willing to compromise. If you're not going to be, if you stuck on what you want only and don't care nothing about what your partner wants or whatever, then get somewhere and sit down and go read a book, because you are not ready for a relationship. It is completely about communication and compromise. Please be ready for that. You cannot come in with a list. I know I have a lot of single lady friends out there who it's like, he don't have this, he ain't got that, he too short, he this, he that. Girl, get off of that. Let it go, because you don't know, you probably overlooking the man that God has for you. And I'm just gonna say that. So all the, I have to say that, I used to have this thing like, oh, I want somebody to look by those. Yeah, that is not even about what it is. It is about how this man treats you like a queen, and the fact that, whatever those things are that you thought were, oh, if he don't have this, if he ain't making this money, if he ain't like this, then you know what, that's why you probably why you sit by yourself. I'm just saying because some of those things are keeping you from seeing the person that could be right in front of you. So
They got that whole don't settle situation. I
yeah,
think it's a fine
okay.
line with not selling. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
don't settle for bottom of the barrel, but like, don't just trash everybody. Don't just
Right,
throw
right,
everybody to the side, especially for small, medium stuff.
right.
But we don't went way over. We
Did we?
headed towards an hour and a half now,
Oh, my
so
bad.
we can talk a
Okay.
little bit about the Flies Couples fashion show real quick.
Yeah.
Get on out of
Did you
here.
say Judge had something to say about that?
He did say something.
Mm-hmm.
He probably not even on here to elaborate anymore.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Well, listen, while he's looking for that,
he said he's thinking about adding a segment on the heavy rotation video countdown. A
okay,
segment as far as
the show.
I guess because what he said was he liked what we did. He said what y'all did was pretty dope with the top couples in the city.
Yes, that's what's up. That's what's up. Listen, and so let me say this before we let y'all go. So August 25th, 2024, 4 p.m. at Oils for Us in the city of Fort Worth. We are about to get ready for the Flyest Couples Fashion Show in the Funk. So listen, if you're not one of the couples who's going to be there, you're going to want to be in the house so you can see it, because this is about to be the dopest show in the city. Yes, everybody better be there, or be square. There you go. All right. Listen, y'all, thank y'all so much. We appreciate y'all for hanging in there, for communicating with us. We love y'all for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, Husband, you got something you want to say?
No, not really. Come to the fashion show.
Oh, okay. There's that. All right. So again, thank y'all. We appreciate y'all so dope. And
There you
hey,
go, right there.
huh? That's it, right?
What?
Oh, Johnny has posted the flyer. Y'all see that? Dope flyer. Okay. It's gonna be a
So
dope fashion
doors
show.
doors open at 4 o'clock.
Yes.
Flies couple in the funk. You still got time. You can come to the fashion show and you still got time to go out to Maya.
There you
Like
go.
it'll be over with. You still got time to get out to Maya. You might miss the
Right
band,
there.
but
Right
you can
there.
still get out to the Maya Tequila too as well.
There you go. All right.
But
All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next time. Same jazz channel.
same jazz time. That was backwards, but it's all
Same
good.
jazz time.
Same jazz channel.
All right, y'all. Be
Till next
blessed.
week. He said we can't. We need to do a 2 hour show.
Mm. All
I
right.
don't know. I don't know if people will be want to do
Jeez.
2 hours or not.
Okay. Yeah. Y'all ain't gonna try to hang with us that long.
Man, I don't think you hung with us this whole 90 minutes, but
Right.
whatever.
In and out.
Right. All right,
All
y'all.
right, y'all.